I tracked Victor Wembanyama's jump balls for a month, and here's what I found. At 7'3", Victor Wembanyama has a clear advantage even over some of the centers. How often does he actually win the jump balls? I went through every Spurs game this season to see how often Victor Wembanyama won the jump ball. As you can see in the column on the left, he won the jump ball on opening night, the 28th, and the 30th. He lost the jump ball on the 26th, the 31st, and November 2nd. He also won on November 4th, but I was blocking it. So here's the rest of the chart. In 12 games total that the Spurs have played so far, Victor Wembanyama has won 8 of the 12 jump balls. Victor Wembanyama winning 8 of 12 jump balls translates to about 2/3 or 0.66667, 67%. So if we take that percentage of 0.666667 and multiply it by 82 games, assuming he plays all the games, that means that Victor Wembanyama should win the jump ball 54 times this season. It comes out to 54.12, I believe. Obviously, you can't win a jump ball 0.12 of the time. 54 jump ball wins and 28 jump ball losses. Obviously, this is a rough estimate. He could be way higher, like he could start winning the jump ball 90% of the time. It's just based on the numbers so far. But how does this compare to other big men in NBA history? Well, according to The Ringer, shout out to The Ringer because they made this article, the top 10 jump ball win rates are by these players. Number 1 is Shaq, which I don't know if that surprises anybody, but Shaq at 76% of the time. Number 2 is Giannis, and Giannis, we obviously know, is still in the league and he's still in his prime. So that's a very, very good number. Number 3 may surprise some people at Andre Drummond, but if you know, Andre Drummond, I mean, that doesn't really necessarily translate to winning the jump ball, but we know he used to eat rebounds. So I feel like that ability also kind of translates to a jump ball. If you know, you know. It's like timing and stuff like that. So it kind of makes sense. And I'm not going to go through the entire list here. You can read it. Shout out to Steven Adams, fan favorite. So compared to everybody on this list, Victor Wembanyama actually is very close to number 10. Number 10, I was blocking it, is Patrick Ewing at 67%. So Victor Wembanyama is not far off from being in the top 10. And again, as the years progress and as the season progresses, he may end up with a higher jump ball win rate. We are just doing a projection based on the first 12 games. There is a chance that Victor Wembanyama could be the number 1 jump ball winner in NBA history after his career is done. As with anything else in the league, it's experience. So the more jump balls he does, the easier it's probably going to get for him because, again, he has the height advantage and he's super talented. So once he learns more of the tendencies of the refs, how the jump ball tends to sway when it's thrown in the air, and the opponent that he is jumping against, Victor Wembanyama could see upwards of maybe 80%. And if you have an 80% win rate on the jump ball, maybe that translates to more wins. Now, statistically, I don't know how often winning the jump ball actually translates to winning a game. I don't know if that's actually a stat out there, but you always want to get off to a good start. And if you can get the first possession, it could maybe help you win the game. Like, every little bit counts. Did you know that a jump ball used to happen after every made basket? The original vision was to have a jump ball at the start of every quarter and after every made basket. In 1937, though, the NCAA scaled this back and let the team that was scored upon get the basketball. Did you know that the NBA also used this approach until 1975, until they changed it into what we know today as a jump ball to start the game and any overtime periods? Can you imagine the NBA having a jump ball after every made basket? We would be watching a game for 24 hours. With the amount that teams score today, that would be the longest game ever.